Welcome to Richard Mabey Presents.
Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. I'm in the garage today. It's Friday, April 17th, 2023, and I'll probably put this up tonight. So, I'm I'm immensely homesick today. Thus, the Lincoln Park hat. And I'm kind of like, it's windy out, and I'm in the garage, and kind of, I can't put my finger on it. Homesick and feeling like reflective. Reflective of my life. I'll be in September. I'll be 70, and I'm kind of in this. Today, it's hit me hard. Like, what have I done with my life? It's like I'm gonna hit the button, the retry button, but it's not working. The time machine's not working. So much to cover. Coming up now, it's going to be not this Friday and Saturday. I'm totally in the moment here. But next Friday and Saturday, and I'll get the exact dates here. Well, today's the, let me just figure that out. Today's the 17th. So add 7. So February 24th and 25th, the big comic book show in Waresdale with Joe Peace at the Comic Book Connection. Now let me call that up here. Okay, just take a second here. Their Comic Book Connection. Okay, here it is. Joe is calling it a barn sale. February 24th and 25th, Friday and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., rain or shine, barn sale. Key comic books, graded and raw, plus over 150 space, $3 and up boxes. So it doesn't, can you get that? So it doesn't look like Joe's going to have the 50-cent comics out. So the barn, the barn is my dream. It's like, that's for the other guys. That's for the rich guys. The CGC slab books, from the 50s and 60s. So, and they're in very high-end condition kind of thing. And, but over 150 boxes that are $3 and up. So that, there you're going to get the, like the good, very good, and fine, and possibly very fine in those. Get some good Charltons, superheroes, Dennis the Menace, the Dell and Gold Key funny books, and that kind of thing. The fella's walking his dog, so he stops right there in the front yard, and he's staring at me. He's staring at me. Like, didn't you ever see anybody sitting at a folding table, talk in front of a camera, talking to themselves? Didn't you ever see that? Welcome to the Villages. So put in the comicbookconnection.com. Put in the comicbookconnection.com. There it is there. Focus there. Well, anyway, put the comicbookconnection.com, and that'll give you all the details. You can hit the button for directions. It's in Waresdale. It's worth the trip. No matter where you are in Florida, it's worth the trip. So, okay, that's done. Okay, cross that off the list. Okay, Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Next, reading action comics. I've got another Silver Age action comic book here. This is number 340 from August of 1966. So it'll be another action comic on the wall. You see, I got two Silver Age action comics. If people, in case you're not familiar with the comic book logo or lingo, this stand is all discombobulated now. Silver Age, I believe, is from 1959 to 1969, roughly, or basically a comic book basically a 12-set comic book with some 10-cent comic books. Then maybe Dell had some in the very early 60s. Dell had some. So anyway, I'm reading this action comic, and then when I'm done, it'll be on the wall, on the wall. So I got a collection of. I'm going to have a collection of action comic books. Okay, got that. Moving right along. Just got this book in a thrift store, 50 cents. Now, normally this book goes for $16. So 50 cents, that's a pretty good discount. Nothing to fear. So I just started reading this book. It says, I'm frightened by the state of our world. It feels as if things are falling apart. But they don't tell you who said, see, they give you quotes, but they don't tell you who said it. I'm worried about my family's future. How can I stand firm in my faith and Christian values while living in a world that rejects them? Written by Barry C. Black. And there's a picture of him. So I'm reading this book. So I'll let you know. It is, how many pages is it now? 245 pages. So there it is. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. So, bing, people always ask, what are you reading these days? This is what I'm reading. Okay, moving right along here. Check that one off. I got a little checklist here. Okay, folks, big news. You saw it first on Richard Mabey Presents. Alex Mabey, ALEX space, same name as I have, Mabey. Just released a new album, and you can get that. Go on Google and put down Alex Mabey, ALEX space, Mabey, and it'll call up her website, and you can read all about Alex Mabey's new album. So check that out. Please do check that out. She's a bundle of talent. Well, of course, she's a Mabey. What else? What else? She writes her own songs, sings her own songs, and is an immensely talented individual. So, but of course, she's a Mabey. Okay, now my old scout patch is here. This is I'm going to just go through a few because I don't want to get boring. Lincoln Park Troop 170 patch. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. This is my very assistant Scoutmaster patch that I had on my uniform. I was assistant Scoutmaster for, oh my goodness, 20 years or more. Jockey Hollow Trail. It's a 21-mile hike in northeast New Jersey. Takes you all through Morristown and Morristown area. And Jockey Hollow is where General George Washington had his encampment of the Continental Army. Yeah, so I got that. This was the Scouts. We did a little town for the Gold Rush. The Cub Scouts run around with their little covered wagons, and they go to different towns and they ask questions or do first aid and that kind of thing. So that's from 1982. And then this is the Cub Scout Gold Rush from 1985. And this is old. I was about a junior in high school. This is the big council. I mean, there was thousand. I mean, there must have been about a few thousand scouts at this. I mean, this took in a huge chunk, Morris County, Sussex County, a huge chunk of northern New Jersey, and it was called Scouting in Action. It was a really, really big camporee. That was fun. I was in 8th grade. The Klondike had a dog sled, and I think it was 7 scouts would pull the sled, and 1 scout would be the captain. And I was a captain one year. And this is from when I was in 8th grade, 1967. See the Alaskan flag. And this is this is old. This is 1966 Gold Rush. I like to show the patches. Our assistant scoutmaster of Troop 170 since passed away. He designed this patch from 1984, and they had a big Scout Olympics. Again, probably well over 1,000 scouts in this huge. I mean, it must have been like a field that was like 40 acres big. And I think that was in Parsippany. I think they built apartments there in that big field now. And this is Camp French. Camp Alamucci was I always called it Camp Alamucci, but it was Alamucci Scout Reservation, Camp Frenchy, but I always called it Camp Alamucci from 1983 from the summer camp. You got stuff blowing around. I'll check that out later. Oh, very strange. So that's, Oh, I found a pine cone the other day in my travels. I think it was in one of the cemeteries. I got to visit cemeteries and get yourself a pine cone. So it's in pretty good shape, So, I go to, I film my visits to the cemeteries, put them up on YouTube, and basically looking for Confederate, or not, Civil War veterans, but veterans in general, and just take that moment. If the flag is fallen down, put the flag up, put the flowers have fallen out of the grave, put them back in place, that kind of thing. So, going right along here, Mad Magazine, one of my absolute, hands down favorite Mad magazines, Mad magazines number 105, from September of 1966. I was just starting 8th grade in September of 66, and they did the the satire on Adam West and Burt Ward's Mad magazine, TV show. So again, that's pretty cool. I mean, I got too much. I should have taken it out of the bag. And it's like Robin is Alfred E. Newman. So great issue. Absolutely one of my hands down favorite issues of Mad Magazine. Okay, moving right along. I am in disarray, and there's going to be a really busy weekend coming up. Be taking care of Yodi, one of the dogs I take care of this weekend. So I want to get a lot of rest today. I was going to do a lot of yard work, and I said I want to rest up because I have to walk Yodi quite a bit, and I just need that energy. I'm getting old. So that I got that. And Sunday in church, I man the soundboard. So I got the bass, the treble, all the different pitches. Must be over 100 little dials you spin around, and set up the CDs for the background music. And that's got to be timed perfect. So I'm always a nervous wreck. People think I'm like cool, calm, and collected. I'm a nervous wreck doing, because you have to get the right treble, the right bass, whatever. Like someone's singing and that's an alto, but you want to, so you got to lower the bass, and there's like all these. I want to take a picture of the soundboard sometime. Not only the soundboard, but then on the left you got all the control of the CD, the treble, bass, and all that. So you should see, I'm a nervous wreck. Like I come in, I get there early. I try to get there like a half hour early, take the cover off, turn it on, and then there's like on the right hand side there's a computer, so I have to sound record the pastor, and that has to be treble, bass, and the whole bit. So I'm a nervous wreck. So with that, when I walk the dogs, I love leaves. Walt Whitman's Leaves of Grass is one of my favorite books of poetry, but I love the leaves, and I guess they call this magnolia tree. And I've got this collection. Everybody's going to think I'm crazy. I got this collection of magnolia leaves, and I took one a day in walking. There's a couple of magnolia trees in my neighborhood, so they would be on the ground, and I would take one. I'm a magnolia leaf thief. So I'm going to put them in a box. I chose this, I'm not advertising Lipton tea, but it's just like the perfect box for my leaves. So I'm going to do that right now. So I'll be right back. And put the leaves in the box live on Richard Mabey Presents. Be right back. So YouTube friends, I've got the leaves in the box. I've got 3 more. I'm going to try to see if I can get them. I don't want to. No, I don't want to ruin them. So I've got 4 more leaves here, but I'll put them. I'll be walking Yodi Saturday a lot, so I'll have that. I don't want the leaves to break. So ingenious, I put Richard's magnolia tree leaves. So I got that. That's all set. So I'll pack that up in a bigger box. My sister and I are going through stuff where, my sister's going to have set for surgery on March 1st. Please pray for my sister Patty. She's having surgery March 1st. But after that, maybe in April or something, we'll have a garage sale. So I'm putting all the stuff I want to keep, and I'll put this box in a bigger box because I like magnolia tree leaves, and I want to have something to remember the villagers by, and that's a great thing, And I got my pine cone from the cemetery. So, wrapping things up here. Okay. Comic book connection. Big comic book sale. Next weekend, February 24th and 25th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. in Weirsdale. Go on Google, put Comic Book Connection. Okay. Alex Mabey has a new album. Phenomenal songwriter, singer. And, of course, she's a Mabey. Action Comics. I'm in the process of reading that one. Action 340. I read the first story. I'm now reading the second story. I'll read that today. And put this Action Comics up on the wall. Collect them all. Reviewing things here. My favorite Mad Magazine, number 105, September 66. And I was just starting 8th grade. And to wrap things up, of course, a lot of people always ask me, what are you reading now? Just started reading this book, Nothing to Fear But Fear Itself, by Barry C. Black. So that's it. That was fun. There was something else I wanted to say. I'm gonna sign off, turn the camera off, and I'll remember it. I hope to get to New Jersey relatively soon, but it's tough. Gasoline's so expensive, and motels and eats and the whole bit. So that'll just about wrap it up here. So, if you like this video, but even if you did not like this video, please smash the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell on the right-hand side. Lets you know when my sister and I put up new YouTube videos. So without further ado, I'll sign off. Stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey, signing off.